Hi guys, it's Miko Martinez, and in this video I'm going to craft an SEO strategy for Singular Sound. They're an e-commerce brand that sells looper pedals, drum machines, MIDI controllers, amongst other things. I'm basically going to outline the steps I would take to optimize their SEO and add an additional $20,000 in monthly profit. Okay. If you don't know who I am a Shopify SEO expert. I've been in the SEO industry for over 6 years now. I've worked on over 200 projects, and I've helped scale some of them to millions in annual revenue with SEO. So let's get to the video. So Singular Sound is an interesting brand because of this. They have a very strong backlink profile, and if you look at their Ahrefs metrics, they have a decent amount of organic traffic. When you look at which keywords are drawing the organic traffic, they're branded terms. Not just their brand Singular Sound, but actually their product lines as well. So Beat Buddy, Arrows Looper. So they have a very strong brand presence and brand authority, like strong backlink profile. They have 1.3 thousand, 1.3K referring domains. So they have a very strong brand authority, but they aren't ranking for, broader category pages like looper pedals, drum machines, MIDI controllers, etc. Right? And that should be low-hanging fruit for them because of the significant brand authority that they have. So that's something we're going to explore in this video. So I'm gonna use our 607 media playbook, like a small checklist to basically help guide me through this process. I'm actually going to skip technical SEO for Shopify because I've done this several times already. If you want to learn how to do technical SEO for Shopify, I have a free training on that. It's over 30 slides long. It goes over the importance of technical SEO and why you should optimize technical SEO first, and goes over the common technical SEO issues you'll find on Shopify and how to fix them. If you want access to this, it's available in our free school community. I'll leave a link below. Join now while it's free. Once we hit 500 members, I will start charging. So yeah, join now while it's free. Okay. Anyway, let's get to the deep dive. So navigation and site structure. So the one thing I see immediately with their navigation site structure is that they don't have the product categories in the header. So if I wanted to rank for the product categories like looper pedals, drum machines, MIDI controllers, etc., I would definitely put them somehow in the header navigation, whether they're just like shop by product category, shop by product, etc. I would definitely have them at least in the navigation. With regards to the homepage, they feature the key collection pages right at the top of the homepage. So that's very good. You always want to do that. You want to feature key collections with the highest search volume at the top of the homepage because your homepage gets the most backlinks and you want to funnel that link juice to those key collection pages. Also, because those key collection pages have a lot of search volume, it also kind of gives you an idea of what your audience is most interested in, right? So it's very important that you feature those key collections at the top of the homepage. Other than that, this looks like a pretty simple and clean navigation and site structure. Next, let's get to the optimization of collection pages. And I think this is where they can benefit the most. So if they actually wanted to rank for, let's say, looper pedal, not even loopers, because loopers, I think, is a very short variation of the target keyword. I think the real target keyword is actually looper pedal. If they wanted to rank for looper pedal, which they're ranking number 9th for, right? And they're ranking with their product page. They're not even ranking with their collection page, right? They would have to, number one, optimize the key SEO elements. So instead of loopers here, I would have a collection page dedicated to looper pedals. So the H1 would be looper pedal. The URL would be looper pedal. I would be cautious about changing the URL right now because if this page is a popular page with backlinks, it might hurt your SEO to change the URL. So I might have to leave the URL as loopers. But the page title, I would also optimize for looper pedal, right? So if you look at who's currently ranking for Looper Pedal, you can see that it's these brands: Guitar World, Guitar Center, etc. And you can kind of understand why they're ranking for it, right? Like they have a lot of options. They have, again, the key SEO elements are optimized for Looper Pedal, and they have more content on the page, right? Let's see what the other sites have. So this one's actually a blog post. And then, let me charge my laptop. And then, yeah, we have Guitar Center, who also has like a longer tail variation in the keyword, but still optimize the H1 looper effects pedals, the URL looper effects pedals, and the title tag looper effects pedals. So that's the first thing I would do if I were Singular Sound. I would optimize the key SEO elements for the keywords that you're actually targeting. So that requires two things. Number one, doing proper keyword research to see what keywords you should actually be targeting. Number two, optimizing the key SEO elements for those target keywords, right? So looper pedal here, here, and here. And then number two, I would add more content on these collection pages, right? This is typically how we want our collection pages to look like. You want the H1 on top, a short description below, the product grid, a detailed category description, some frequently asked questions, and then featured reviews at the bottom of the collection page. The reason we want to add more content to these collection pages is because they increase relevance for the search engines, and they provide more context to the search engines as to what the page is about. The easier you make it for search engines to understand what the page is about, the higher you are likely to rank, right? When your page is just like this, where it's like just the key SEO elements, the product grid, and nothing else, it kind of makes it difficult for the search engine to determine what the page is about. And if it can't determine what the page is about, it cannot decide whether your answer or your page is the perfect answer for a certain query. Because in the end, the way the search engine works is it's matching queries or questions to answers or pages on your site. And if your page is very thin like this, the search engine cannot match that question to your answer. So you want to add more content to the page. And adding more content to the page is just better in terms of overall SEO, because the goal here is to establish yourself as the expert or authority in your industry. When you have a lot of brand searches like this, you have a lot of brand authority, and you have a very strong backlink profile, you already have one side of the equation done, right? You have a very strong authority in terms of backlinks and brand authority. What you need to establish moving forward is authority in terms of content and expertise, right? If you want to establish yourself as the expert on looper pedals, you need to add more content to your category pages. And adding more content to your category pages just allows you to do a lot more things in terms of SEO. Like you can build internal links. If here, your only internal links are to your product pages via the product grid. If you had a detailed category description, if you had frequently asked questions, you can internally link to, let's say, like looper pedal. Like looper pedal, there are probably questions like how to use a looper pedal. You might have a blog post about how to use a looper pedal. You might have a blog post about what is a looper pedal, right? And you probably answer some of those questions in the frequently asked questions section or the detailed category description section. And from there, you can internally link to your dedicated blog post dedicated to answering these specific questions. And that's how you really establish yourself as the expert or authority in your industry in terms of content. And that's what will make you really, start ranking for all these broader product category search terms like looper pedal, beat buddy pedal is like a brand term, loop machine maybe, drum machine pedal, things like that. Right? You need, number one, the dedicated pages for those specific search terms, and you need to make sure that the content on those dedicated pages are optimized for SEO, right? So yeah, we went through that. The key SEO elements, you need to optimize the H1, the URL, and title. You need to add more content to the page via descriptions, a short description on top, a longer description below the product grid. The product grid has to be, good. The more products, the better. Yeah, this is pretty decent. You're showing the star reviews. You can show some features on the product grid, Like what makes the Arrows Loop Studio different from the Arrows Gold Edition. You can kind of, well, I'm guessing it's just like the silver knobs versus the gold knobs. But yeah, if there are different features, you want to put them on the product grid if possible. That way you're reducing the need for them to click through to the product pages, right? You're reducing it by one click. Frequently asked questions. You want to answer all the frequently asked questions your customers might have about your products, about the product category even. That way you really establish yourself as the expert authority in your industry, because if they have a question about, let's say, going back to how to use a looper pedal, if you were the authority or expert in your industry, your customers wouldn't have to Google that query or that question and get the answer to that question from another source or another brand, right? Another website. You want that answer to be available on your site, okay? And then the last thing I mentioned was internal links. If you have more content on these collection pages, it's just stronger for internal linking. You can internal link to your blog posts, your internal link to your other related category pages, subcategory pages, etc., etc. It's just very powerful for SEO. So I'm actually going to skip product pages because the products are clearly just the brand's products, like the Arrows products, the BeatBuddy products. So you don't actually have to optimize these products for SEO. They're already ranking really well, right? As you can see, BeatBuddy, Arrows, yeah, it's ranking the product pages. So we can skip that. And I think another thing that you can really take advantage of is supporting blog content, right? I look at your blog and you do have some blog posts, but what you want to do is really write or publish blog posts that make you or signal to the search engine that you are the authority or expert in a certain topic, right? So if you wanted to rank for, again, looper pedal, you want to write blog posts about how to use it or what it is, things like that. Just answering questions your potential customers might have about your products, right? And then you can internally link those blog posts within to your shopping pages, right? Yeah, and the blog is just useful for two reasons. Number one, you can rank the blog posts themselves. Those can drive additional traffic and revenue. Within the blog posts, you can add or embed product CTAs, right? Like if someone's looking for like types of looper pedals or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm not very familiar with the looper pedal industry. If they're looking for types of looper pedals and you rank your blog post for types of looper pedals, and they're probably interested in buying a looper pedal if they're looking for types of looper pedals. And you can embed your product CTA in the middle of that article, and those can translate into revenue. You can also capture emails, right? Like again, if they're searching for these answers to these questions, they might be interested in buying those products, and you can nurture them with an email sequence. You can offer a 10% discount by in exchange for an email. And number two, which I think is more important, they actually increase the rankings of your collection pages via internal linking, right? And the whole idea behind this is topical authority, right? You want to show the search engine that you are the expert or authority in your industry, not just in terms of your backlink profile or your brand authority, but also in terms of the content on your website. If you're answering all the questions your customers might have about a certain topic, that's what allows you to establish yourself as the authority in an industry. If you really wanted to rank for looper pedals, just one collection page about looper pedals isn't enough to rank, right? It's not enough to signal to the search engine that you're the expert or authority in your industry if you just have one page. You want to have several pages around looper pedals. You want to answer all the questions your customers might have about looper pedals to be, signal to the search engine, like, I am the authority, because you don't have to go to another website to get your answers, right? And when it comes to optimizing your blog posts for for SEO, it's the same thing. It's the key SEO elements, the H1, the URL, and title. And yeah, you want to make sure that, for example, let's look for how to use a looper pedal. You want to look at who's currently ranking. Yeah. So it's Music Radar, a beginner's guide to looper pedals. So you want to see who's currently ranking and look at what they have on the page. And you just want to make sure that you are covering exactly what they're covering, if not more, right? And that's basically how you optimize these blog posts for SEO. You just want to make sure that, well, the Google's already showing you what it wants to see, right? You just want to kind of make sure that you're covering the same thing, because the thing about topical authority is not just about the breadth. Like, okay, you can have like 10 blog posts about looper pedals, but depth also matters. You want to make sure that each of the blog posts is actually answering the question or the query the best way you can. Okay, that's basically how you optimize things, optimize for SEO. And then yeah, you want to internally link all those looper pedal blog posts to your looper pedal shopping pages, right? You want to funnel that link juice, you want to funnel that authority to the shopping pages, because as I mentioned previously, your shopping pages are going to drive a significant amount of the revenue from SEO. So the supporting blog content, yeah, they can rank on their own, they can drive additional revenue, but the goal for the supporting blog content is actually to support the rankings of your shopping pages through internal linking and topical authority. And yeah, other things are like to optimize the blog content for SEO. You want to add things like images, videos, visuals, and as I mentioned earlier, the product CTAs. And the last thing is link building. So when I look at singular sound, like I don't think a significant amount of link building will be required. So I'm not going to discuss that here. I think a lot of the quick wins comes from the on-page SEO stuff, optimizing the collection pages for SEO, or even doing keyword research and finding which keywords or which collection pages need or can be created to increase organic traffic, right? And number two, the supporting blog content to support the rankings of those collection pages, right? I don't think much link building needs to be done. I would start with that. They have a very strong backlink profile. They have a DR46. They have 1,300 different domains. They have very strong brand searches. So yeah, I would start with the on-page SEO stuff. Those are very low-hanging fruit. Then I would see the feedback from the search engine. You're probably going to see some ranking increases. And if let's say looper pedal starts ranking number 5, and I would then start building links to that to get it to push it to the top 3, because again, the top 3 is where it really matters. I think the first position gets like 40% CTR, and the fourth position gets like less than 10%, like maybe 7% CTR. So there's a big difference between ranking number 1 and number 4. So yeah, that's exactly what I would do to improve the SEO of singular sound. And yeah, that's it for now. I hope this was helpful. If you want to learn more about SEO and the whole Shopify SEO process, I have all these trainings available for free in our school community right now, right? The school community is free right now until we hit 500 members. Once we hit 500 members, I will start charging. So yeah, join right now while it's free. And if you don't have the time to implement the SEO yourself and you want us to optimize your Shopify store for SEO and help you add at least $20,000 in monthly profit, I recommend you hop on a call with me. If you hop on a call with me, there's no obligation to work with us. So at the very least, you end up with a free SEO consultation and an SEO action plan that you can implement on your own. So yeah, that's it for now. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for listening. Cheers.